It's 7:42 KNEB and News Extra Time. And from the News Center with Extra Time, here is Kevin Mooney.
All right, Dan, thank you, and good morning, everyone. And kind of very familiar voice sitting next to me, Larry Hubbard.
Thank you, Kevin.
And we're glad to have you back and so forth, be on the air, talk about almost anything. But I guess we're going to talk about Farm and Ranch Museum Bandana Benefit Ball. It's coming up pretty soon, huh?
You're right. It comes up next Saturday night, the 14th, and it begins at 5:30 with a social hour, then a dinner at 6:15. The dinner is a cowboy cuisine, and then we will have music through the night by the Gering Valley Homesteaders. Now, tickets are $30 a piece, and this is a benefit, so we're hoping that people will show up, because the Farm and Ranch Museum, we don't have any way to generate dollars unless we do it through raising funds of some kind. And so this is one of the things that we do at the Farm and Ranch Museum to try to generate some dollars. So they're $30 tickets, and you can get those tickets by going to the Farm and Ranch Museum, and the number there is 436-1989. But you can also get your tickets by going to the customer service desk at Panhandle Co-op's Main Street Market. They have tickets there, and they've graciously helped us to try to get some tickets moving. So we would really encourage people to go out and get your tickets and attend, because it's a lot of fun.
Now, you usually have quite a few people there, don't you?
We usually have somewhere, I think 10, 12 of the tables all filled up, and quite a few there. And another thing we have live auction and silent auction, and so we need some people that are really interested in coming over there and bidding. Last year was a lot of fun. We had probably the very best Bandana Benefit Ball that we've ever had, raised the most amount of money, and so we're really excited and really trying hard to make this one a duplicate of last year.
Yeah, you've got like, I don't know, you got almost maybe 50 items is what you're kind of looking at this year?
We had 48 items last year on the live auction, and we aren't quite to that stage this year yet, but we think we'll get there. And what happened is the benefit last year was held later in the year, and this year we could not get that later date, and we had to move it earlier. And it's been kind of hard going around to the different businesses and getting donations right here at the very end of the year, Christmas season and everything. So we're really in a rush right now trying to get the last few calls made. But the thing I would say is the people I've been calling on and that we call on here in the Valley, the businesses are just super. They step up to the plate. They give us some very, very good donations that really do bring us some good dollars when we have our auction.
All right, this will be at the Gering Civic Center, the Cowboy Cuisine, and of course you can't go wrong when you have a dinner over at the Civic Center. All right, so some of the items we got on the auction here. You got like a Brinkman 5-burner grill with burners on the side. I mean, you've got some really good stuff here.
Yeah, we do. And one of the things I'd like to highlight, you parents out there that have some young kids that are looking for a very special kind of gift for them, we have a small electric gator. It's a kid-sized gator that they can ride on, and it's one that you can take out in the yard. The kids can help mom and dad out in the yards, or grandma and grandpa, because it's got 2 gears forward, 1 gear in reverse. It'll go up to 4.5 miles an hour. The dump box in the back actually dumps like the bigger gators do, and so this is something that I think parents, grandparents, whoever has a special grandchild or child out there that you want a special gift for, you need to make sure you get over and take a look at that.
Yeah.
And then also we have a Wyoming goose hunt. It's a guided goose hunt for 2, and that should be very interesting. So the people that you need that special gift for that sweet one on your life, getting closer here to Valentine's Day, this would be a nice gift to come out and buy this for them and to get them involved in a goose hunt.
Yeah, and that's over in like the Springer Wildlife Refuge, right?
Right up in the edge of Wyoming. And I've been there in the past, and there's always good movement, a lot of opportunities to do your hunting. So this is a 2-man guided goose hunt.
All right, and you also have a number of gift certificates from local restaurants. Boy, you had a huge list of gift
Yeah, we do.
certificates. You got them from all over the place.
And we have somewhere around 20 of the gift certificates from different restaurants that we will also be auctioning. And so we have a lot of different things. One thing I'd like to mention, we did get, last year we had a German meal that was provided by Anita and Bill Osborne. They can't do it this year, but that was a very, very interesting item. This year, we have a gourmet Greek meal that will be provided by Senator John and Pat Harms. Probably have to be done in that May to June time frame because that's when John will be back from session down in Lincoln.
Right.
But they were gracious and said we would be happy to try to prepare a meal, or would prepare a meal for her there. So that's another interesting item that we have.
Yeah, so you've got a lot of stuff, and then you have a raffle that you're doing based on gift certificates from First State Bank, right?
Right. Last year, I contacted First State Bank and asked for a couple of $100 bills is what I asked for. They gave me two $100 debit cards, which works the same as cash, and we raffle them, and we generated about 3 times to 4 times the amount of dollars that those two $100 cards would have generated. That and then we drew those 2 cards, and the one card, Don Helberg is one of our auctioneers. Don and Mike come and do the auctioneering. Don won one of the cards and turned around and donated it back, and it sold a second time for over $100. So this is really something that's worked well for raising quite a few dollars for Farm and Ranch.
All right, so you guys got a lot of things going on that night, and you have the big entertainment by the Green Valley Homesteaders, and so it should be a pretty nice night over at the Civic Center. You guys should have a lot of fun.
We should. In the Green Valley Homesteaders, 2 years ago when we had our concert and Red Stiegel was here, they opened for us. And I think everyone was really pleased with their music. And they've played 4 or 5 different times for some of the events out at the Farm and Ranch Museum. They really are a group that people really enjoy. So we would invite you to come, and one of the benefits is having them play.
Yeah. All right. We'll be back right after this.
Comforting, personal,
Okay. So I don't know what else we can say other than we can maybe talk a little bit about what's going on at the museum. Yes.
Our team will help
No.
you carry on the legacy of your family members and friends. With over 100 years of experience,
got guys
we offer
working with the North
professional
Platte Valley
and
Museum
personal
on your
attention to every detail in
possible
the planning
merger.
process.
We are.
We also offer
And I don't know how
advanced
much
planning
a
as
person is supposed to say
continuation
about
to our services. That's John
I think
Funeral
we're
Home.
kinda-
Our family
kinda
somewhat limited in what
limited
we're
what
supposed
you
to
can
say.
say.
Generations.
All right, we are back with Larry Hubbard. We're talking about the Bandana Benefit Ball coming up a week from tomorrow over at the Gering Civic Center. Big fundraiser for the Farm and Ranch Museum. Social hour begins at 5:30, dinner at 6:15. Now, Cowboy Cuisine, is Rick giving you any indication what that might be? You guys get a little tin thing, and you put beans and bread and stuff in it. Just
No,
like
he prepares a really good meal, and
I figured it was a little bit
I
better,
truly
but-
don't know what the menu consists of. I wasn't involved in that part of the planning, but I'm sure it's going to be similar to what we had last year and the years before, and it's like what they always prepare there. It's always going to be a good food, and it's just going to be a good night of a lot of fun and very enjoyable. We haven't talked a lot about the silent auction, and we usually have 3 or 4 tables set up with silent auction items, and there's a big variety of different things that we have on that. We usually have some jewelry from some of the jewelry stores around, and we usually have some furniture that's either in the live auction or silent auction, and some of the local furniture stores have been very good in the past of stepping up and helping us. So we have all of those different things.
You have athletic event passes and all kinds of other different stuff, and rolling toolbox. You said you're looking at.
Yeah, any of the farmers out there or any of these mechanics, this is something they could really use. It's a full-size toolbox on wheels that you can put out in your shop and fill all the drawers up. I don't know exactly how many drawers, but I'm guessing it's like 8 or 9 drawers because it has the small section that sits on top of the the base section. So it's very nice toolbox.
Now you guys still looking at kind of finishing off buying the building and so forth. You're a long ways toward getting that done, aren't you?
We had a really good year last year. We had a donation from a family that paid down about a third of the debt that we have on the building. So we're in very nice shape this year compared to where we were, and we've been doing a lot of talking and negotiating with the North Platte Valley Museum, and there is some things in the work that hopefully down the road we will see a merger there, and that's where we're headed. I think
Hopefully that might happen, and so
still a lot of planning, a lot of discussion
things to do. Yeah,
a lot of things we're working on that.
Yeah, it'd be nice though if you had both of them up there, and you had a nice place for the North Platte Valley Museum to display their things and so forth. And
well, you look down the road 20 years, and that would be the ideal model, is to have both of them together in the same spot, sharing exhibits where the things that were important to rural farming agriculture were the same things that was important to the rural life here. And so the two really do tie together, and I think we could merge and come up with some very, very interesting and informative displays.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens there. Both groups are still working on that, and the leaders and both groups are still talking about that. So anyway, good luck with your bandana ball, and I'm sorry your college bowl picks aren't doing well. Mine aren't doing well either. The only one that's doing well is I sent one in with my wife's name on it in one of those pools, and she just picked teams that I didn't pick. That one's doing really well. So there you are.
My last hope for the points was in the Simplot pool. I thought maybe I would do all right with points, but with 4 games left, we've got to score about 18 points a game for me to have any chance.
Yeah, I don't know. Just can't pick games. All right, very good.
Well, it's been a lot of fun. I enjoy coming back, and it's always fun to get back here with you guys because it was a great place to work.
All right. Well, it's always good to see you, bud. All right, back to you, Dan.